welcome back to What's Up St. Joe's. Thank you for joining me again for our weekly video announcements. First up, as we've mentioned over the last few weeks, our parish family, so Parish Family 45, is currently seeking to hire a full-time experienced bookkeeper / accountant. So this position will mostly assist the Proto-Cathedral of St. James the Greater and Our Lady of Lourdes. But if you'd like to apply, or if you know someone who would consider taking this position, please visit our parish website, and you can find more information on the job description as well as information on how to apply. Next up, as many of you are already aware, throughout the months of November through March, the Winter Hospitality Overflow Shelter, which is at St. Andrew's Lutheran Church, is open to members of our community who need a safe, warm place to stay. So different faith-based communities take turns staffing the overflow shelter with volunteers. So at St. Joseph, we are lucky to take 2 shifts every year. We have 2 weeks, one in November and one in March. And thank you to everyone who volunteered in November and helped us fill all of those shifts. But our shift in March is coming up soon. So our week begins on March 2nd, and that runs through March 9th. So we have lots of open slots available to help our friends at the Winter Hospitality Overflow Shelter. So if you'd like to learn more, or if you'd like to sign up for a shift, you can visit the parish website. We'll also have in-person signups after all of our masses this Sunday, February 23rd. And as well as March 2nd through March 9th, that's our specific week, but the following week, so March 9th through March 16th, that's open to anyone who would like to volunteer. So if you would like to volunteer for that week as well, you can find more information on the website or at the in-person signups. And something that we published in the bulletin, the Archdiocese of Seattle is starting something on March 1st called Season of Service. So what this is the whole Archdiocese of Seattle, including all of our churches, all of our parish families, all of our schools, and all of our individual parishioners. We're striving to reach 175,000 total hours of volunteer work, of service in our community. So this can be either through parish programs, or it can just be going out and serving the community on your own. So this Winter Hospitality Overflow Shelter is a great opportunity to contribute hours towards that initiative. So if you would like to sign up, please do so. Next up, we will hold a EMHC refresher and training. That will be coming up this upcoming Sunday, February 23rd. It'll take place at 1 p.m. in the church. So this is for all of our current EMHCs, but this is also for anyone who has always considered becoming an EMHC or has been waiting to receive training. This is your opportunity to be trained and get ready to go. So we hope that you can join us for that. It's just a good opportunity to brush up on some procedures that may have changed, and also to gather in fellowship. So even if you've been an EMHC with us for a very long time, please join us for this training refresher. And this will be offered in both English and Spanish. Next up, if you are currently bringing communion to those who are homebound or in the hospital, we will have an in-service for those servers. That is coming up on Saturday, March 1st, and that will take place from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., and that'll be in the St. Francis, St. Therese rooms in Marion Hall. So this is similar to the EMHC training. If you are currently a server, or if you would like to become one, if you'd like to get more involved in the homebound ministry, please join us for this in-service. It's just a great way to gather, because most of our servers travel alone and offer communion to those in the hospital on their own. It's a good time to touch base with other volunteers and other ministers, and to just gather in fellowship. And if you'd like to learn more about how to become involved in this ministry, this is a great way to do that as well. Father Kyle will be joining for this in-service. He'll be presenting, so we really hope that you can join us on March 1st. Next up, some of you may have heard of the Encounter School of Ministry in Portland. We have a parishioner and a few parishioners at Our Lady of Lourdes who are offering prayers of healing. So this is part of their project as they go through their training at Encounter. So they're offering prayers that will take place on March 9th. It'll be after the 5 p.m. Mass in the church, so it'll be by where the tabernacle is. After that Mass on March 9th, they'll be offering prayers of healing. So this is just something they're offering to the community, to our parish. So if you'd like to participate and receive a prayer, or if you know anyone who would, please join us, like I said, after the 5 o'clock Mass on March 9th. So coming up on Fat Tuesday, March 4th, the day before Ash Wednesday, we have another person who is offering a presentation to our community. So she will be presenting on the Holy Face of Jesus. As we stop and reflect on Jesus in our preparation for the upcoming season of Lent, please join us for a presentation on the well-established but sometimes forgotten or hidden devotion to the Holy Face of Jesus. The talk will take place on Tuesday, March 4th, as I mentioned, and it will be at 5:30 p.m. in the St. John Bosco room. And this is just a great time and a great way to get this devotion ignited again. And we hope that you can join us to learn a little bit more about the Holy Face of Jesus. And then last but certainly not least, as many of you are aware, Ash Wednesday is coming up. That will be on March 5th, Wednesday. But Ash Wednesday, it is usually on a Wednesday. We have some slight changes to our Mass times. So instead of our normal 7 a.m. Mass, we will have Mass at 7:30 a.m. And then that will be in English. We will have Mass at 5:30 p.m. in English, and we will have Mass at 7:30 p.m. in Spanish. So we hope that you can join us for Ash Wednesday as we kick off the season of Lent. I can't believe that it's already getting this close to Lent. The year is starting to go by so fast already. I believe that is all of our announcements today. Actually, sorry, I will go back. Remember that on Ash Wednesday, we are asked to abstain from meat, and that is specifically if you are 14 years of age or older. And we're also asked to fast. So some people ask what fasting really means. And the way that is defined is 1 normal meal and then 2 small meals throughout the day. But those 2 small meals combined are not supposed to equal 1 full meal. So that would constitute fasting. And there are specific age ranges for that as well. So if you are between the ages of 18 and 59, you are asked to fast. So if you're younger or older than that, you're off the hook. But if you're within that range, we ask that you fast on Ash Wednesday. Now I believe that is all of our announcements for today. We hope that you can join us for Mass this Sunday at 9 a.m., 11:30 a.m. in Spanish, and 5 p.m. in English. Have a good rest of your weekend, and we will see you on Sunday.